Hi friends, welcome to your evening yoga flow to wind down after your day. Whether you want to slip right into bed for a really good sleep or you want to go out after this class, this is a really wonderful sequence to leave your day behind and to release tension from the body and from the mind. There will be some activating poses as we want to move stuck energy in the body, but we will move very mindfully and focus mostly on deep stretches and releasing poses. You will need one prop. This could be a yoga block if you have one, but it can also be a rolled up blanket or a cushion. We will only need this in the end, so if you don't have one, don't worry about it. At the end of this class, we'll take a little bit of time for our Shavasana, the final relaxation, to really give our bodies time to regenerate, reduce stress, and calm the mind. Let's get started. We'll begin our class today in a cross-legged, upright seated position. You could sit on some support if that's comfortable, or you can simply sit on the ground. Take a moment to arrange your seat in a way that allows you to sit as tall as possible without feeling stiff about it. And then go ahead and start rolling your shoulders a couple of times. So you can pull the shoulders up to the ears and then bring them back and down. If you're comfortable with that, you may want to close the eyes or soften the gaze, maybe look down to the ground, withdraw from the screen as you really focus on releasing tension from the shoulders. Switch the direction, circle the other way around. Good. And then go ahead and pull the shoulders up to the ears. Take a deep inhale. Exhale through the mouth and drop the shoulders. You do this twice more. Inhale, pull the shoulders up. Maybe pause for a second and then release. One more time, deep inhale. And let it go. And then release any breath control. Release any tension from the shoulders, from the body. If you haven't yet, you can close the eyes or lower the gaze down, soften the eyes and the face. And take a moment to drop into stillness. Observe the natural breath, how it gently flows in and out of your nostrils. Observe the gentle rising and falling of the chest, maybe the abdomen that comes with a breath. And allow this gentle rhythm of your natural breath to calm you down, ground you down into this moment, into the body. Feel the face relax and the jaw. The throat, the neck relax. And the shoulders soften and let go even a bit more. And even the arms relax, the hands all the way into the fingertips. And so you continue wandering with your attention through the body. And you can imagine how all the tension from the day, all the stresses are slowly descending, flowing down into the hands, into the feet, and ultimately down into the ground, giving you more relaxed, more calm. Take 2-3 more conscious breaths here. And then again, take a deeper breath in through the nose. And a relieved breath out through the mouth. Slowly blink the eyes open. Take a moment to clear the gaze. And then once again, take a deeper breath in. Take your arms alongside all the way up until the hands meet above the head. You may even look up. And as you exhale, you draw the hands together in front of the heart center. We do that again. Very generous movement. Inhale, reach up, gather loads of breath and energy. And exhale, draw it all the way down to your center. One more time. Very mindful, slow movement. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hands together in front of the heart. Arms up over side. Inhale, one more time. Give yourself a big, big stretch. On the exhale, bring your right hand down to the ground and lean into a side bend. Good. You want to reach the left fingertips over as you keep the left sits bones grounded. Pull the upper shoulder back a little and drop the lower shoulder. Good. From here, bring your left fingertips onto the left shoulder and then start drawing big circles into the air with your elbow. We further want to loosen up the shoulders. We often carry a lot of tension in the shoulders, especially after a long day. So you can do this slower, you can do this faster, whatever feels good. Switch the direction, circle the other way around. Good. And then release, and once again, pull that arm overhead. Find a lot of length. Breathe into the side body. Full breath. And then draw the belly in. Engage the core first. As you inhale, come back up, both arms alongside the ears. And exhale, bring the left hand down. Find the side bend on the second side. First, arrange. Let the lower shoulder drop. Pull the upper shoulder back. Really try and feel that opening in the side body. And then from here, bring the fingertips onto the shoulder and start drawing big circles into the air with your elbow. And your face stays relaxed. You want to try and breathe through the nose. And whenever you feel very distracted in the mind, which is very common after a long day, just focus back on the sensations in the body. Circle the other way around. Focus on the breath, flowing in and out of the nostrils. Pull that arm over ear one more time. Really open up the side body. Good. And then engage the core. Pull the arms back up. And on your exhale, now twist with a long spine to the right side. Left hand to the right knee. Lengthen even more through the spine as you inhale. Pull the right shoulder back as you exhale. Good. Take another breath here. And then stay here, only bring the head back to center, and then lower the chin down all the way to the left shoulder. Any degree is fine, just so you want to feel a stretch in the back of your neck towards the right shoulder. You can always adjust, do a little less, do a little more, whatever feels best. Take another full breath. And then release the head, bring it back into the twist first. And then on the inhale, whole body back to center, arms up. And then switch the sides. Twist to the right. Right hand onto the left knee. Pull the back shoulder further behind the body. And then open up the chest. Take another breath here in this twist. Bring only the head back to center, even a bit towards the left. And then lower the chin down towards, this is the right, towards the right shoulder. Good. Back shoulder releases down so you can feel that stretch in the neck, maybe even in the shoulder. And then first release the head, bring it back into the twist. And then whole body back to center, arms up, inhale. Hands together in front of the heart as you exhale. Good. Bring the hands behind you. You can lean onto the fingertips. Release the legs. Stand the feet up nice and wide and let the legs drop from side to side. You can stay on the fingertips or also bring the palms down, whatever feels best for you today. It should be a very comfortable practice today. Good. A couple of times, releasing any tension from the hips. And then from here, you want to cross the shins, press into the hands, take a bit of momentum maybe, and then roll over the feet and come into a tabletop position. Good. Shuffle along, so hands are under shoulders, knees are under hips. Tuck the toes to stretch the feet a little bit, and then as you inhale, you want to lift the chest, lift the tailbone. And as you exhale, you want to round the back, bring the chin in, the navel in, the tailbone down, cat stretch. Couple of times. Inhaling, opening up front body. Exhaling, opening up back body. Find a nice flow in synchronization with your breath. Take the neck along, the pelvis along, so the whole spine gets to loosen up and move. Yeah, slowly find back into a neutral spine. Keep the knees and the hips where they are as you start walking the hands forward towards Anahata Asana. Sometimes they call it puppy pose because it's like a small downward facing dog. You want to drop the chest down towards the ground as you keep the hips lifted. Any degree is fine. Your upper body, your chin might be hovering. Maybe you can bring it down to the ground. Maybe also rather the forehead, whatever feels best for the neck. You want to feel an opening in the shoulders, in the armpits, in the chest. You want to try and see if you can surrender into gravity a little bit. Taking conscious breaths, directing the breath into the areas where you feel sensation, supporting your asanas, your yoga postures with the breath. Good. And then engage the core, pull the hips back a little, pull the arms back so close to you that you can bring the elbows down. And then from here, you want to slide the chest across the arms and come into the belly. Your elbows will come off. You will arrive in a small cobra now. You want to point the toes and really press the tops of the feet into the ground. Roll the shoulders back even a bit more. Lift up by engaging the back. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the forehead back down. Again, inhale, roll the shoulders back, engage the back, cobra, bhujangasana. And exhale, bring the forehead back down. One more time. Inhale, wave the upper body up. And exhale, release. Now tuck the toes. On the inhale, press into the arms. Exhale, hips back and up into your first downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And the first one, you want to make use of the time and really release any tension. You can pedal the legs, press the heels alternately down towards the ground so you can open up through the back of the legs. Stretch the soles of the feet. Maybe gently release the neck, the jaw. You can make any faces here. We hold so much tension in the jaw. So anything that feels good. Bend the knees a bit more generously so you can lift the hips even higher and lengthen through the spine. Draw the low belly in and up to stabilize the spine from the inside. And then take a deep breath in and let it out through the mouth. Good. Inhale, slowly roll forward into a high plank. You want to think cat-like with the back and really keep the core engaged, shoulders over wrists. And then bend the knees and send the hips back up into your downward facing dog. Good. Do this one more time. Inhale, wave it forward, ripple the spine, vertebra by vertebra. And on the exhale, come back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, come forward into your plank pose. This time we'll stay here. Take an exhale, press the shoulder blades apart. Inhale another time. And exhale, bring knees, chest, and chin down to the ground. Your hips stay lifted, elbows are close to the ribs. Inhale, slide forward into your cobra, press the tops of the feet down, roll the shoulders back. And exhale, come back into your downward facing dog. Very soft flow here. One more time. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, bring knees, chest, and chin down to the ground. Inhale, slide forward, cobra, press the tops of the feet down, shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your inhale, lift your right leg up into the air for three-legged dog. On the exhale, take a big step forward in between the hands. Come into the fingertips, look forward for a moment, stay here. And then bring the back heel down about 45 degrees. And then press into the legs, stand up for a warrior one, bring the hands together. And you can keep the arms rather in front of the body or lift them up if that feels okay for your back. Feel the strong legs, press the feet into the ground. Take another inhale here. And on the exhale, take the arms over side, interlace all 10 fingers behind the back. Lift your heart a bit higher as you inhale. And as you exhale, slowly bow forward into a humble warrior. Any degree is fine. You can stay further up, or maybe you bring the shoulder towards the right knee. For direction, your head is moving towards the right big toe. It doesn't matter how deep you go. You want to feel stable, strong legs, but you want to keep that ease in the mind. Keep the breath flowing. 2 more breaths. One more breath. And then press into the feet. Inhale, pull yourself up. Release the arms alongside the ears. And exhale, open up the arms and the hips for warrior two. The back foot opens up now parallel to the short side of the mat. Draw the lower belly in, try and lengthen out the lower back and feel the strength in the legs. Pull the feet towards each other. We're not staying for too long, but you want to feel all that energy move through the body. Good. On the inhale, straighten the front leg, keep a tiny bend in the knee. On the exhale, pull yourself forward and down for a triangle pose. Right hand can find the shin for support. The left hand really pulls up. Now you can stay here. Maybe today you want to pull that left arm over your ear, only if that feels stable. So you can feel how you're opening up the side body even more. Long breaths here. Good, and then look down to the ground. Press into the feet. Inhale, bring the upper body back up. Exhale, warrior two. Peaceful warrior, sweep the right arm up as you drop the left arm. Stay for an exhale, open the right side of the body now. Inhale here. Exhale, windmill the hands down to frame the front foot. Inhale, step into a plank pose. And exhale, try now, maybe with or without the knees, to lower down with a straight back. Inhale, cobra, point the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg, inhale up into the air. Big step forward, bring the shoulders along. Come into the fingertips, look forward. Take a moment to set up, back heel goes down 45 degrees. Ground down through both feet, engage the core, stand up, Virabhadrasana 1. Hands can be in front of the body or maybe reach them up. Maybe sink a bit more into the front leg if that's okay for your back. Reach the fingertips higher. And then go ahead, interlace the fingers one finger further as you have before. Lift the heart up, inhale. And then bow forward into gravity, into your humble warrior. It's kind of like you're giving up all your tensions over to the ground, over to the moment, and into gravity, keeping the breath flowing. Good, and then press into the feet. Slowly come back up, release the arms up to the sky. Open arms and hips to the side, warrior two. You can always adjust your stance. Back foot is now parallel to the short side of the mat, and you want to try and get out of the curved back. Draw the lower belly in, arms are strong. And maybe you spend a lot of time sitting today, so it's good to activate the legs a little bit. We're not staying for too long. Lengthen through the spine as you inhale. Sit a bit deeper as you exhale. Good. Inhale, straighten the front leg, tiny bend in the knee. Exhale, pull yourself forward and down. Left hand finds the shin, right arm pulls up, and you want to open the chest. You can stay here, or option to pull the right arm overhead and really open the side body, stretch, and find a lot of space. Good. Look down to the ground, engage the core. Inhale, bring the upper body back up. Exhale, bend the front leg, warrior two. Peaceful warrior, inhale. Stay for your exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, windmill the hands down to frame the front foot. Release the back heel, step into your plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, lower all the way, maybe half. This is just an option, chaturanga. Inhale, choose your cobra as before or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, take a deep breath in. Side out. Move your right hand a bit further towards the middle line of the mat. Lift your right leg up into the air for three-legged dog. And then on the exhale, take a big step onto the outside of the right hand. Good. Now you want to bring the left knee down, drop into the hips, and for a moment, lift the gaze, lift the chest, broaden the collarbones. You want to try and have your knee over the ankle. This might be plenty for your left groin. If you happen to have space, you can start walking the hands forward a little bit, or even come all the way onto the forearms. If you have any props, you can also come onto the support of your props. We stay here for a couple of breaths. Breathe into the front body, left side of the hips, the groins open up. Whenever you feel yourself tensing up in the body or in the mind, really relax the jaw and relax the body and soften your expectations, your evaluations, and simply come into the breath. Every exhale takes the tensions out of your body. Good. Slowly come back onto the hands. Bring your right hand onto the outside of the right foot. Bring the hips back so you can pull the right heel all the way over to the left and bring the right knee where the foot just was for your half pigeon pose. Now you may want to shuffle the left leg a bit back. If you need some support under the hip, you can place something underneath your right bum. Otherwise, stay here, lift the heart higher, take a full inhale. And then slowly start walking the hands forward again. Any degree is fine. You can stay on the hands, you can come onto the forearms, or you can walk all the way down and lay down on the ground, whatever works for you. And once again, stay for a couple of conscious, long breaths. Feel free to close your eyes or find a focus point to let the gaze come to a rest. And ease the wandering of the eyes and the wandering of the mind. Yeah, we take another conscious breath here. Maybe you want to release through the mouth. Any sounds of relief are always welcome. And then bring weight into the hands. Slowly walk the hands back towards the upper body and then lean onto the right side so you can swing the left leg around in a big half circle. Left foot lands onto the outside of the right knee. Make sure you bring the left hip back down and then use the right arm to sit a bit taller. Lift the left arm up and twist to the left side. Land the fingertips gently, try not leaning onto the backhand, but sitting up straight. If this doesn't quite work for you, option to keep the right leg nice and long into your twisted seat. Whichever version you choose, make sure both of your sits bones are grounded and your spine is long. And then again, find your focus point or close the eyes. Breathe into your twist. And then on your next inhale, come back to the center. On the exhale, take a gentle counter twist. Slowly come back to the center. Bring the hands behind you. Lean onto the hands so you can slide the shins in front of each other. And then again, take a bit of momentum. Hands come to the top of the mat. And then step back either into your down dog or into a plank pose. This is your choice. We take an inhale here. On the exhale, lower all the way or half, your choice, with or without the knees. Inhale, choose your back bend, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your left hand a bit further towards the center line of the mat. Lift the left leg up on your inhale. Take that big step forward onto the outside of the left hand. Bring the right knee down. And then drop the hips lower, lift the heart, broaden the collarbones. And you might want to stay here. This could be plenty for you. Or maybe you want to walk the hands forward. Take your time to find the right position for you. This could be different than any other day. So be very mindful what your body needs today after whatever has happened today. Be mindful and be kind to yourself. And once you have arrived, really focus back onto the breathing. Yeah, take another conscious breath here. Slowly walk the hands back towards the body. Left hand to the outside of the left foot. Pull the hips back until you can slide the left heel in towards the right. Bring the left knee down where the foot just was. And then bring the hips down, lengthen the back leg, lift the heart. You want to make sure your hips are level, pointing forward. And then either stay on the hands or come into the forearms or lay all the way down. Take a new decision on your second side. And then focus all your attention back to your breath. Good. Take another conscious breath. Slowly walk the hands back towards the upper body and then lean onto the left side. Swing the right leg around all the way for your twisted seat. Make sure your sits bones come down to the ground, otherwise extend your left leg, your choice. Left arm helps you to sit taller, reach the right arm up. And then with a straight spine, a twist to the right side, land the fingertips gently, pull the shoulder back, keep the neck nice and long. And then close the eyes or find your focus point. On your inhale, come back to center. On the exhale, take the gentle counter twist. Release by bringing the hands behind you, and this time simply unravel the legs and extend them out in front of you. Good. Stand the right foot up. Bring the knee out to the side as you connect the sole of the foot to the inside of your left thigh. And instead of sitting on the tailbone, try and bending the left leg a little so you can really sit nice and tall through the low back. Reach the arms up, take an inhale. And on the exhale, come forward into your forward fold. As you can't go any further, release the hands down. This could be the ground, the shin, the foot, whatever you can reach easily. Lengthen one more time on your inhale. And then draw the belly in and softly fold forward on your exhale. Long breaths in and out through the nose. Releasing any tension on the exhales. Yeah. To release, you can either extend the arms up as you got in, or for a bit more support, press the hand into the ground, slowly sit up. Use the hand for help to bring the right knee back up, extend it out, switching the sides, bring the left knee in and out to the side, connecting left sole of the foot with right inner thigh, sitting up nice and tall, bend the right knee any amount necessary to reach up through the spine. And then on the exhale, come forward. Think forward rather than down, so you're not rounding the spine a lot. Lift the heart instead. And then draw the belly in and slowly give in to gravity. No need to pull or push today. Rather think about releasing any resistance, any tensions, any expectations. Good. To release, again, feel free to either reach the arms up or press the hands into the ground. As you arrive in the seated position, bring the right knee back up, connect the soles of the feet, let the knees drop out to the side. You can help yourself coming a bit closer towards the heels if that feels good. Interlace your fingers around the toes, lift the heart higher. And again, coming forward on the exhale. Couple of breaths here, face soft. Well, it's very natural that, especially in these calmer practices, slower practices, the mind becomes active again. But if you catch yourself drifting off in trains of thought, then just come back to the breath. The parts of the body that are touching the ground. Focus on releasing any tensions down into the earth. Really calming down. Slowing down. Good. Slowly sit back up. Bring your hands in for help to bring the knees back together. Make sure you're sitting in about the center of the mat, and make sure you bring your prop close to the center of the mat as well. Bring your hands into your knees, lift the heart, and for a moment lift your feet off the ground. You can stay here or bring the low legs parallel to the floor for a boat pose. Option to extend the arms forward. Just one more time, engaging the core a little while keeping the face very relaxed and the breath flowing. We stay for 3, 4, 2. One more breath. And then keep your last strength to really extend the legs. Lean back into a half boat, long back. One more deep breath in. Engage the whole body, and on your exhale, softly place yourself down. Good job. Place the feet on the ground, close to the body. Feet are hip distance apart. And then press the feet into the ground. On your inhale, roll the hips off the mat. Take your arms along for a dynamic shoulder bridge, lifting the hips, lifting the arms. And on the exhale, slowly bring vertebra by vertebra down to the mat, bringing the arms back alongside the body. We do this a couple of times, and it's a bit like a massage for our spine, for the shoulders as well. So you want to try and enjoy this fluid movement, moving within a range that feels good. Good. And the next time you bring everything up, keep the hips lifted. On the exhale, only bring the arms back alongside the body. Either stay or interlace your fingers behind the back. Draw the shoulder blades closer. Lift the hips a bit more. Open up the chest. Bring the chin down a little to lengthen the neck. And then breathe into the front body. All the way down into the low abdomen, into the groins. Opening up loads of space, loads of freedom in the body. And then come into the tiptoes, release the interlace of the fingers, slowly, vertebra by vertebra, make your way back down onto the mat. As you arrive, take your feet further apart, drop the knees towards each other in the center. Place your palms on the upper body. Just take a moment to rebalance and rest. And then bring your arms out to the side and drop the feet, or rather the knees, from side to side, keeping the feet as wide as they are. A bit like we did in the very beginning, loosening up through the hip joints, relaxing the back. Good. And then come back to the center, walk the feet back towards each other as we set up for the shoulder bridge. Now make sure you can reach your prop. We lift the hips just a little this time and slide the prop underneath the hips. This could be a blanket, a cushion, and if you don't have one, then you can do it without as well. Once we have placed the hip very comfortably down, so it's not in the spine, it's not all the way in the tailbone, but it's right underneath the pelvic bone, so you can really rest the hips down. Want to extend one leg after the other up to the sky. So if you don't have a prop, you can still slide your hands underneath your bum and bring the legs up to the sky. Make sure the position of your prop is comfortable, so it's not too hard to keep the legs up. And if it's still exhausting in the groins, then bend the knees a little. We want to stay here for a little while. You can either close the eyes or look to your toes. And feel all the energy from the legs flowing up towards the body, or rather down towards the body. Giving our legs a little rest that have been carrying us all day through all of our tasks, and then have been carrying us through our yoga practice. You can softly elongate your exhales. this position and the long exhales give our body the signal that it's okay to rest and relax now. Very soothing, calming for our nervous system. And we'll stay here just for a couple more breaths. You may want to extend your arms up towards the sky as well. So your shoulders are still resting down, and we'll just increase that inverted posture a little more by bringing the arms up as well. And then you can either keep still as you are, or you can circle the wrists, the ankles a couple of times, one way, and then the other. Good. Any clicking is good, releasing tensions. Good. Take another full breath. And then relax the arms back down, bend the knees, place the soles of the feet down onto the ground. Lift your hips just a little so you can slide your prop out to the side, ground the low back mindfully. And then once again, take the feet further apart, rest the knees against each other. Take a moment to observe any sensations after this inverted posture. And then from here, bring one knee after the other up to the chest. Hug around the shins, rock a bit from side to side, massaging the low back against the ground. And then pull your knees apart, bring the knees towards the armpits, keep the low back rounded. You can stay this way or grab a hold of your ankles or maybe outer edges of your feet for happy baby. Once again, maybe rocking a bit, whatever feels soothing and calming. Good. Take another full breath here. And then slowly release. Slide your legs out along the mat. Keep the feet nice and wide for your final relaxation, Shavasana pose, corpse pose, giving a lot of space to the arms as well. Palms are facing up in a gesture of surrender. And you can press the back of your head into the ground for a little, so you can lift the upper back, spread the shoulder blades, and then place them back down, releasing any tension. And then maybe roll the back of your head a couple of times from one side to the other, making sure you relax the neck too. And then come back to the center. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And release any form of breath control. Breath flows very naturally, smoothly. And you feel your whole body relax. The heels are sinking into the ground. The calves are relaxed, sinking into the ground. Feel your hips relax, the shoulders. The arms are heavy and relaxed. The hands are fully relaxed. Your whole body is comfortably warm and relaxed, sinking deeper and deeper into the ground. And as your body relaxes, your mind becomes softer. For a couple of moments, there is nothing to analyze, nothing to understand or think about. You can fully relax and let go into your Shavasana. slowly bring your attention back to your breath. Begin to deepen the breath to bring your awareness back into the body. Feel the body as it's lying relaxed on the ground. And bring small movements back in small places. You may want to wiggle your fingers first, your toes. Circle the wrists, the ankles. And bring your arms overhead, bring the feet together. Give yourself a big stretch, full breath. And then bend the knees and roll onto one side and just stay there for a little while. You may want to gift yourself a loving hug, observing how you feel after this evening asana practice. Resting in the calm space that you've created for yourself. And then very slowly, mindfully press your hands into the ground. Sit back up into your cross-legged seat just as we started practice today. You can still keep the eyes closed or the gaze lowered and join the palms together in front of the heart as a gesture of connecting your mind and your body. And as a gesture of appreciation for having taken the time today to wind down after your day. Take care of your body, of your mental and emotional well-being by slowing down, giving yourself time to rest and regenerate. When you're ready, you can slowly open the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I hope you feel relaxed and ready for your evening. Please let me know what you thought about this practice and have a look at the description box. There are loads of beautiful offers. We have a yoga teacher training coming up and some wonderful retreats in beautiful places. So I hope to hear from you, and I'll see you in the next video.